Hit the mics, take a seat, it's about to ignite. Two dudes with the spread, keep your bets locked tight. Sports talk sharp like a razor blade edge. Numbers don't lie, no need for a hedge. Welcome to the greatest fucking show on earth. From the pitch to the court where legends birth. Plays and parlays, every wager's worth. Sit back, tune in, ride the wave of mirth. Game clock's ticking, we predicting the heat.
Hello, welcome to the Two Guys, One Spread podcast. This is our special little Buffalo Sabres edition that we wanted to do, kind of hockey preview type stuff as we get ready to drop the puck in, I think it's 6 days. I think the regular season opens on the 7th for the league, and the Sabres open on the 9th versus the Rangers, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this is the time for Sabres fans to get excited, right? We haven't played a game, so we can have hope.
Played a game. There's no reason to get too down. You feel this is the year, right? It's got to end at some point, right? It has to end. It can't go on forever.
No, it can't.
It can't.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like you feel like an idiot because you're like, oh man, I really feel like this year, like I think we got a shot. There's no reason why we can't. And then you get the same thing. But I will say this.
Okay.
The Sabres had to improve on defense.
Yeah.
They not just defensemen, defensively as a team. And I feel like they really tried to do that this offseason.
Okay.
People were concerned about losing Peterka. He scored, 30 goals. He's a good, young, up-and-coming player. I also knew he was going to, at some point, demand a decent amount of money.
Sure.
The Sabres' problem is not scoring goals.
You're correct.
They were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th in the league in goals last year. And they were 8 goals away from being 3rd in the league. They can score goals. They give up a truckload of goals.
They
right?
do.
So I said they were 8th in goals scored, right? Of the top 15 teams in goals scored, one team had a negative goal differential. The other 14 were all positive.
Right. I did see this stat. Did see this, yeah.
That's the Sabres. They were minus 20. They gave up 289 goals, which was 4th most in the league. You cannot give up that many goals. And then I know the goaltending wasn't great, but
it wasn't.
But bad.
Who is going to be the goaltender? Who's going to be the goaltender this year? Are we still going to go? We going to split it? Is it we going to go to Levi at more?
No, I don't. I hope not. I still want to see Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen get a shot at being a full-blown starter. Although I did see he left tonight's game. I don't know if that's. I mean, I know Ruff hadn't even decided if he was going to play the whole game or not. So it could be anything, right? It could be, anything at all, why they did. But I'd like, but again, even a number one goalie in this league for the most part is usually 51 to 53 games.
Right.
There's a handful that get to the low 60s or mid, but I just think better defense helps the goaltender too, right? Like you're
absolutely.
You just some of the goals they give up. I'm like, you could have anybody in that. I mean, the guy was just so wide open, and it was just like a one-timer from the slot. Like it wouldn't have mattered. And I think they made that effort, right? Like I'm super excited about this Kesselring guy. All the analytics and numbers say that he is a strong, strong player.
Right.
I looked some up today, and Utah, and he played with two different defensive partners, right? One of them is much more defensive. They had 54% of the shot attempts and 58% of the high danger chances. 8% above 50, that's pretty significant, right? And then when he played with Sergachev, who's even an offensive guy, they had 61% and still 58% of the high danger chances were in their favor, and he played significant minutes.
Yeah.
He's
Well, right
big.
now they have him scheduled to play with Darlene. So that's
Darlene
the
Power.
yeah. I mean, I'm just going off of Buffalo Sabres and NHL.com where they got the lines, and it's saying right now. I think they moved him up because Byram's hurt. Maybe that's the
Okay.
reason why. But
Yeah,
he's
I
been
think.
playing with Darlene since Byram got hurt, so maybe he will end up playing with Power in the
Yeah,
end.
I mean he played significant minutes there. He's going to play significant minutes here. I think he can. Hopefully, I mean, again, I think Power has to be better defensively. He's still a kid. He's a he's a big kid.
Yeah, Power's one of those guys that Sabres fans love to crush. He is he's one of the guys that if you talk to any Sabres fan, they're like Power's usually the first name out of their mouths.
Yeah, but he's 22, man.
I know, man, so young.
It's so young. I mean, Darlene's 25. He's actually getting to his prime. He's like hitting his prime here as we go. 22, you're far away from that. So I think there's still room to grow. I don't when you bring kids up and they're 18 and 19, I don't think you can call them a bust until they're 24, 25.
I agree. 22
My
is
opinion.
young.
So, I mean, they wound up bringing in that Connor Timmins, who is, a more defensive minded defenseman. I really think that's the only way. That's really what they do. If they can get their goals down by, you know, 30 to 40 goals, which is a lot,
Right.
but
It is a lot. But
if if you can do that, then you're going to be with all the other teams that are in the category. Top 15 in scoring, but positive goal differential.
yeah, yeah, listen, they've put. You're right. I mean, they're trying on defense. That's all you can say.
That's all you can ask,
Um,
right?
yeah, it's all you can ask for. They've picked up a bunch of guys to try to throw out there and get better at defense. Um, you know, I'm looking at the defensive pairings. I know a couple guys are out, but what do you know about? Do you know anything about this Murka? Murka?
So he's not gonna he's not gonna be here. He's there. I mean, he's a super young.
Yeah, real young guy. I guess he's been impressive, but
Yeah, I mean, I've read really good stuff about how he's looked. I mean, they're definitely, he's. I don't even think he's. I don't even think he's Rochester. I think
right.
he's
No, he said he might go back to Seattle.
for a year of juniors there. But it's nice to see a young guy come in and look reasonable, right?
Yeah. No, I know.
Um, I think defensively, as far as defensemen go, I think we do have a pretty clear six, you know what I mean? And I think a couple of the guys that have been forced into a little bit of action before now probably won't necessarily have to. I don't think Samuelson will have to play the same minutes that
Right.
he's been asked to play. And, a lot of times you're then also playing versus a third pairing or something, and that matters, right? Against playing as opposed to playing other teams' top guys. Um, as far as the offense goes, right? So
Yeah.
I looked up the lines today. I think obviously a huge piece is going to be Norris. How he
Right. That's
gets
how I
set.
was gonna bring up. Norris is how he fits in with right now it looks like with him with Tage and Benson.
Yeah, I mean he has to stay healthy. That's his thing.
That's his problem. Yep. Can't stay
I,
healthy.
I'm pretty sure I can look. I know he had one really nice goal tonight. I think he had 2 goals though. He's just got to stay on. I mean, from what I remember even reading last year when they made that trade, I don't think he was 100% and he had been dinged up, but when it comes to him versus Cousins, as far as players, Norris is a better overall hockey player.
Right.
Got to
Two-way
be
player.
right.
Yeah.
So hopefully, hopefully he can stay on the ice. I mean, he's only 26. He's that guy. You're getting into your prime now, right?
Right.
You're going from a young hockey player, a young kid. You're developing into like a grown man, right? You know what I mean? Like, you go back and you look at pictures of Darlene when he got here, and you're
Oh,
like,
I know.
like
His face, he looked like he was such a like a baby.
I know. You're like, this is insane. They're like scrawny and skinny, and just you're like, wow. Um, how's he going to battle grown men? But now these guys are getting there. So hopefully, I mean, he was a first round pick for a reason, Norris, and hopefully he stays healthy. You know what you're getting in Tage, and I mean, Benson's impressive for a kid that's 20.
I know.
And is small. He's gritty. He wins 50-50 pucks. Um, so I love that line. The second line I really like. So McLeod, when they made that trade last year for McLeod, again, I read a ton of the underlining analytics and about his speed and how special it is. I think he was like one of the top guys at taking the puck away, like steals. And that makes a difference. So him, Zucker, and Tuck, I feel like that's just a good, mature, strong overall line.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Tuck, I mean, he stepped his game up to a new level last year. He really did. What are your thoughts about them having to re-sign him?
Yeah, it's a big topic. So what do you think's the cost of bringing back years and
They were
A,
talking about,
would you do it? Would you do it no matter what? I mean, I think they would love to bring him back.
yeah, I guess. So he's going to be 30 when he signs this contract.
Right.
Um, I mean, I was listening to GR this morning, and they're like, basically, you have to bring him back. They're like,
Right.
if you don't bring this guy back, you might as well just blow up the whole thing and start again. Because they're like, who knows how much they know these guys, but they're like, people are going to be pissed. They're going to be asking for trades. I mean, I don't know how much. I mean, the cap's going up. The cap went up this year. It's already supposed to be, I think, 113 next year, and then even a bigger projection after that. So
Sounds like they're not on the same page though. Like it's not like this is like
I,
they
as far
are.
as the cost.
Yeah.
I mean, I really think unless I feel like they should get it done, right? I mean, again, I don't know the guy personally, but he always talks about how much he loves Buffalo and he wants to be part of it. Do you have to maybe overpay a little? Maybe, but we've already established we don't have
Right.
palm
This is the
trees.
Bills. This is the
We don't have
Bills.
palm trees, so we have to
Right. We don't
overpay.
have palm trees. This is the Bills when they're in their problem. Only way you can get anybody is listen. You're gonna have to overpay because
Yeah,
no one's just coming here. It's just the way it is. So he's at 4.5 ish, and he wants his salary doubled basically. Now I don't
yeah.
know how many years you can
Listen,
add on and stuff like that, but he
I mean,
basically wants to be at around 9.
I don't feel like it should be that hard if you're for the Sabres to you got to have some connections around the league. Find out what what a fair market value is for the guy and offer it to him. Right? I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's going to job you and try and get extra out of you. I
Right.
mean, you know what I mean? I feel like if the fair market value for a guy like him is 9, offer
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I
what
mean?
he's looking for. Now you got to figure out the years. Like you said, he's 30.
Yeah,
So, you don't want to go too many years. Maybe I don't know how many years. 4 or 5 years tops.
they were. I mean,
Because
the
that
pro.
probably is not as many years as he wants.
Yeah, I mean, I know they were talking a bigger number on the radio today. They were talking 8.
8. That's always 8. Um, I, it's tough. I don't have a problem paying 9 if you get them. It's this is probably what they're dealing with. Maybe they're fine on the number, not good on the years.
Yeah,
That could be the issue. Maybe they're like, fine, we'll give you 9, but we only want 5 years. And he's like, no, I want, I'll take 8, but I want 8 years or something like that. Who knows what the sticking point is? But it sounds like 9 million is the sweet spot. So they're off.
yeah. I think you got to find a way to bring him back. He's a good, strong hockey player. He was a plus 16 last year on a team that doesn't
Yeah,
have a million
as we
plus
talked about,
players.
gave up a lot of goals.
I mean, he had a career high in goals. He had, I mean, it wasn't a career high in assists, but a career, no, not quite a career high in points. He had 79 points 2 years ago. I mean, he's been a plus player on the Sabres for the last 3 years. That
Right.
that's that
That says
that,
enough.
that says enough. So, you know, if you're not paying him? Who are you paying? You know what I mean? Like, I know you have some other guys. You gotta, I think you gotta. I think you gotta pay him. You know,
Right. No,
find a
I
way.
agree. I agree.
Um, and then I think we get to I think we get to the point in the Sabres roster where we've been here before. We need one of these guys to take a leap a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So the third line that
Who's
I see is Kulik, who fit in pretty well last year. Had always positive stuff about his offensive game. Um, and you got Doan, who we traded for,
right?
with high hopes. I have heard and read that he was essentially like an absolute must in that trade for Paterka. Um, there was Utah was actually debating about not doing it because they wanted to keep him, and Buffalo was like, then it's a no deal. And 23 years old, amazing hockey pedigree, right? Comes from Shane
Yeah.
Doan,
Yeah.
big physical, you know, great hockey player. Um, so if he could make a leap, and I mean a leap, he last year was kind of his first crack in the league. But you know, Kulik and then Quinn. I mean,
Quinn. Yeah.
Quinn's the
He's been
guy that
banged up. He's been
everyone.
banged up in his career.
He is, but I think he's the guy that everyone, I mean, you're a first round pick, 8th overall, 24, hitting right into that spot. Like he has to, I mean, he was a minus 18 last year, 15 goals in 75 games. You need more from that guy.
Right. Right.
Given where he was drafted.
Yep.
Given
I
where he was
agree.
drafted. So that third line to me, if you really don't get a ton out of it, then it's going to be tough to make that leap, which I don't love to say, but they don't all have to be great. But you know, if two of those three guys could pot, if one of them could pot 20, 25, and the other one could pot 15 to 20, then I feel like you're okay, right? And your scoring will be fine. And then, fourth line, we got a mix of gritters and grinders. Um, Krebs will be down there probably centering. And, they got Greenway. He's hurt. Do you know how long he's hurt for?
I don't know. I don't know.
But
He's
they
been
got
banged up
they
too.
got Malenstein, who was here, that Mason Gertson, which I read some stuff about today. He actually has not played in the league in a little bit, but I guess he's looked really good in training camp. And when he was in the league last, Ruff had a connection with him, so I think Ruff likes him. I mean, again, it's your fourth line. You're going to get a couple shifts. Don't get scored
Right.
on. Don't get
Right.
scored on. Right?
Right.
Don't get scored on. You know, if you could pop one in here and there. I mean, Greenway, when he comes back, he will definitely, he'll be in the lineup, and I like some of the stuff that he
They're
showed us.
hoping that he's back by October. I mean, it's October now today, but maybe start practicing soon. Probably not ready for the start of the season, but maybe, November.
So yeah, I mean, there's always that optimism, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's that time of year. You got to be optimistic. They're young. They got to avoid this November, December where it is like a 10-game losing streak out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's been the death of them. And then, I mean, I feel like it's been the same the last 3 years where you start out okay, you hit a horrible streak sometime mid-November, early December, and then you have you try to fight back. It's just too much to overcome eventually
It,
in the end. They gotta avoid that stretch, and that's been killing them. That's the stretch they can't seem to get away from.
I
So
know. They, I mean, th- it's like some of these teams, these middling teams that finish finish ahead of them, uh, like they find ways to get those loser points sometimes even, and the Sabres don't. I mean, that stretch that they went through, there's a big difference between in a 10-game stretch going 0-9-1 and 1-6-3, right? I mean, it's 5 points, but 5 points is a lot in the NHL when you're trying to leap teams. They just, I mean, you look last year, and these are the bigger ones, right? There's definitely a couple, but like Utah had 11 loser points, Calgary, Vancouver, 14 loser points, Montreal, 11 loser points. Sabres had 7. There's 4 points or 7, depending on, those are Western Conference teams. But that that makes a difference when you're scratching and clawing at the end of the season. But yeah, I
absolutely,
absolutely agree that they I mean, when you look right where they finished in the standings, they were 1 point behind Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh had 5 more loser points. 3 points behind the Islanders, 5 more loser points. I mean that's just huge. Um, yeah, I know that stretch that they go through. It is always brutal. Where you're like, God, scratch out a point somehow. Pick up or or win one or two of those in the losing streak in overtime. You know what I mean?
right? Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
um, last year's wild card teams, it's Montreal, it's Ottawa. I mean, I don't feel like those teams are just so much better that you can't you can't catch those guys, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
I mean,
Uh,
Montreal actually made the playoffs. They had the same goal differential as the Sabres. They were minus 20, but they gave up 24 less goals than the Sabres. That's a decent number of goals. So, yeah, I mean the teams, the Islanders, the Rangers, the Red Wings, Columbus, those teams were all ahead of them. I don't see the off seasons from those teams where I'm just like, the Sabres have absolutely, no shot. Now, the teams, the top 3 in both of those conferences, those are going to be tough. I don't see I mean, Florida's had a rough little stretch here with injuries, but
yeah,
I don't think they're slipping any place where they're not in playoff contention. Tampa, Toronto, Washington, Carolina Devils, those teams seem pretty strong. So, you might be I don't know. I suppose maybe you could fight for third in your division. I don't know if I would go that ambitious.
Yeah.
So what did you see the contract that Kaprizov signed in Minnesota?
Yeah, I did see it.
It's for
That's a
hockey,
lot.
that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money for hockey. I didn't notice it. Yeah, I know there was questions about them even paying him, and then all of a sudden it came out of nowhere that they paid him a lot.
Yeah, I heard more of. I mean, I don't know. I heard more of that he may not want to sign there
Okay. Well,
than, but how many times do you hear that, right?
yep.
I
Oh,
don't.
we heard it. We heard it with what the Cleveland Browns guy. And
Yeah,
this every you heard it. You heard it every year. I,
yes,
I'm I want to be traded. I want to be moved. I want to go to a winner. I want to do this. I want. Hey, here's a max contract. Oh, happy to be here.
yeah. Wanted to be here the whole time.
That's right. Right.
So
No, maybe
yeah,
change
I mean
your mind a little bit.
that, and that was the other part is now there's a couple other guys that have to kind of fall in place for contracts, and
Right.
then I think that's where you can settle in on what would be the market price for like for Tuck.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
let a couple of these big contract guys settle, and then kind of take it from there. So I mean, I'm looking here at the Sabres cap. I mean, you got there's definitely there's I mean, as far as I mean, we got defense booked up for the next few seasons, right? Um man, Kesserling's only making 1.4. That is but I don't know. Hopefully if he fits in well, they could renew it or keep him. But I mean, you got Norris and Thompson out until 29-30, McLeod until 28-29. I think that contract's going to be money. He's getting 5 million, and I think that he's 26 years old. I think that's going to be just a really great deal. Um, and then and you got Zucker for the next 2 years, and then Tuck. I mean, Tuck's getting 4.7. That's like robbery right now. You know,
Yeah. I know. It is robbery. So
so yeah. I mean, I almost feel so right now. Norris is at 7.9. That's 8% of the cap. Yeah, I mean, I think you got to find a way to get that deal done. Seven. I wonder if this has Kaprizov on here right now. I wonder if yeah, it does. 17. So that is 16% of next year's cap. But then it goes
okay.
down 15% and then 13%. I think that's how far they have the cap
Okay.
kind of put out there, right?
Right. So yeah, you talk about Tuck and talk about 9 million. You're talking in 3 years. It's what 7% of the cap, something like that. Just shooting
Yeah,
numbers
yeah,
off the top of my head. But,
probably pretty close.
I mean, that's nothing.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to see. I mean, right now Zibanejad has had some really, really good seasons. He gets 8.5 for the next 5, 6 years.
Right.
So yeah, I think you have to definitely get that done. So we will. I mean, and then the other part is when the Sabres. You gotta be able to get the games you're supposed to get.
Yep.
I mean, last year, I was just talking with my buddy. Remember the Colorado game? They were up like 4-0.
Yes. 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 I only know about it because we was talking to a group of friends during the game, and somebody's like, "I'm live betting Colorado right now," and it's just you could see the game turning a little bit, and he's like, I'm live betting it," and sure enough, I mean, it just folded
And
quickly.
it wasn't much after that they did something similar versus Detroit, because I was at the game and my buddy Nick's a huge Detroit fan and we were sitting across from each other in the stadium, and I remember he texted me like, I'm live betting as soon as like, if the Sabres score again or whatever, and they did, and they were up like 4-1 or something, and they
I
wound
think
up
he did.
blowing.
Right.
And it's
I
like those are just all the kind of things that you can't have.
right. Keeps you from the playoffs for over 10 years. So,
Yeah. So yeah, I'm as far as goaltending goes, I'm kind of excited for Georgiev
yeah.
that that they signed him. I mean, I know he had his struggles in Colorado. I mean, I love watching Colorado. I'm not sure if they're always the greatest defensive team in the world. Um, they got a couple defensemen that obviously Makar, who you know, he's more than willing to jump into play, let's say. Uh
Okay.
right. I mean, he's
Yeah.
I mean, he's all over the ice, which is unbelievable and great to watch. But I'm hoping he sticks around and can play those 30 games that we don't have. You know, yeah, UPL doesn't play, or I don't know, maybe if we play decent defense, maybe he takes that little bit of a leap as well, right? So that part will definitely be. I'm trying to look at his if I can see his numbers from last year, but I don't hate the idea of having him in as a backup. Who I know I know there's a couple more really big. How much do you think McDavid gets? If Kaprizov got 17,
Oh, that is a good question. I just saw a real like you could take max contract or you can help the team out in the future, and it's like, what is he gonna
I mean,
it
Dreisaitl's got 14 for I don't know, multiple years here. It's out
right.
past 30. It's at 30, 31.
Is it gonna it the problem it's not a problem. So they got Draisaitl and then they're gonna pay, I mean, the team's gonna suck. No?
I
We talked about this last year in
Yeah,
playoff time that they're a two-player team as far as scoring, and it's it's a problem. I mean, he's gonna. Are you thinking in the 25 range?
no, that's crazy. I think. Well, I mean, look,
Crazy?
right now for next year, Bouchard has 10%, Nurse has 9%, 8.9. So there's 19. Drysidle has 13 and a half, right? So 19, 29, 32. I mean, if he gets 20, I mean, that's like half of your salary for four guys.
Mm,
But yeah,
wow.
I mean, if Kaprizov gets 17, I don't know how McDavid can't
He's
ask
getting.
for.
Yeah, he's getting
But again,
20.
does he? I mean, I don't know. I guess how bad do you want to win?
Well, we've
Do you
talked about this many times with football and all the other sports. It's tough.
even
Yeah,
even
how bad do you want to win? I mean, he could take. He's not taking a lesser deal though than Kaprizov. It's just not going to happen.
even if
It's
he
in the
took the
20s. It's going to be 2021.
even if he took the same 30, that is 50% of your salary
Right.
cap.
Well, that's the other problem. That's what I was trying to get to is like they're screwed either way. He's not say he takes 17, which he's not.
That's
You're
50
at 50% of
on
your
four guys. I mean, right now, Stewart, I mean, their goaltending has issues. Right now, Stewart gets 2.7% of their salary cap. I mean, 2 million, 2.6 is what he's getting. Um, oh man, Edmonton. They're just the. They're. I mean, they're good. I mean, they made back to back Cup finals, right? But
Right. So it's
that is a
nothing.
tough way to do it in the playoffs. I mean, you just don't have a ton of depth, and you can't get a ton of depth either.
No, no, you can't. It's you hopefully, I mean, the only way is to the draft hits, everything goes right maybe for a little while when you got those high paid, but
Yeah, some
that's
draft hits. Eichel is up at the end of the year. He's gonna get a huge deal. They were saying it probably at least 17, if not maybe
right.
maybe
18.
more. I mean they have a couple decent salaries. Man, they're really spread out pretty nice though. I mean they got they. I guess that's why they're a good team, right? Vegas. So Eichel, there was someone else. Oh, let me look up Pittsburgh real quick because I've read that. I read that. I mean, not that Pittsburgh's good, but I read that Crosby and Malkin. So Malkin's up at the end of this year. Crosby has one more year. I mean, they're 39 and 38. I mean, I've read that they want to be there. Can you tell those guys that they're not wanted?
Right.
Can,
39.
that's
Yeah,
so tough. I mean,
that's tough.
I don't know unless they want to take less. I don't know. I mean, I guess you'd have to do a really deep dive into how where their game and their level is still at. But 38 and 39, that's old, man.
Yep. Yep. And there's no way to get out of these contracts, so
I mean, how can you tell legends? Can you tell legends?
no. I mean, I'm sure you can. I mean, I'm they might have the conversation with them, but
I mean, again,
it,
if Crosby makes 8-7 this year and next year, let's say he's like, listen, I still want to play. Like, throw me a number. I mean, maybe I don't know. I guess maybe if they'll take 5 or 6 or something, then I
yeah.
guess because then you have money to spend elsewhere and you can like build around them. But um, it's just so hard when guys have been there that long and they've done that much.
Yeah, for your franchise, you can't. There's nothing you can do.
It's really it's hard to like run them out. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's one thing Buffalo doesn't have to worry about is the
No,
guy
we don't.
contributed so much over the last 15 years that you feel bad. Oh, oh, so all right. What I guess there's really only one question. Are the Sabres going to make the playoffs?
I don't think they're there yet. No.
Oh, I
You're
know.
giving a different answer?
What? I want
You-
I want to say yes. I've wanted to say yes so bad. Um but when I just looked at those standings right there, I
yeah,
started to get
that's
nervous. I'm like
right.
I was like there I again, those 6 teams that I named that were top 3 in their division, I'm not sure if they're going anywhere.
Right.
So
That's the problem too. We
I
can get slightly better, but we gotta have who we jumping, who we passing.
I mean the problem is we have to pass every like
Every
I mean the Devils, the Canes, we talked about last year. I thought the Capitals way overachieved, and so did you.
right,
But they're not going from 111 points to not in the playoffs. I don't
right,
think. Florida, Tampa, Toronto. I don't see one of them. Maybe someone surprises and slides out some, but the teams in front of us don't necessarily, none of them scare me. Like I said, Ottawa, Montreal, Columbus, Detroit, Rangers, Islanders, Penguins, all finished above them. None of them overly scare me, but that is a lot of teams to leapfrog. I am going to say that they make the playoffs.
oh, I like
I
it.
think, I think the addition of those defensemen and I mean, I'm gonna need. I think Power more than Quinn. I'd like to see a big jump from Quinn, but I think we need it from Power more defensively. Um, I think we're gonna be able to get some of those goals down, some of those goals against down. I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
I'm
So
hoping to. I'm hoping I'm wrong. It's just a lot of teams got to pass and stuff like that. But
it is. I'll
we'll see.
say this. I'll say this. I would be. Oh man, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. I would be satisfied if we were in it right to the very end, like last two games, three
Okay.
meaningful hockey.
Meaningful hockey in March. You'll be happier with it. I,
Again, I guess I would. Yeah, it's got to be down to the last two or three games. You still
yeah.
got to be
Late
mathematic.
late March, early April, that first, start
Yeah,
right
yeah.
around
There's
there.
going to be a couple games in April. Like it's gotta. It's just gotta be. It has to be,
All right.
or
All right.
else or else
That'd be exciting.
I don't. I just don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. I don't know what the answer is then because you're. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where your jumps are coming then from there because like I said, Darlene's hitting the prime. Tage is there. I mean, I guess Benson's got room to grow. He's only 20, so there
Right.
that's. But I don't know. We will see. We can hope. Let's get ready for puck drop, and hopefully they can contend. Do
Yeah.
you have any type of bets that you like to make for hockey? Do you bet hockey ever?
I bet hockey once in a while, not a ton.
Yeah. So sometimes sometimes I like shots on goal bets.
Shots on goal. Okay.
Shots
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah,
goal
yeah,
bets.
yeah. That's good.
Those could be fun. They could
I
be
do
fun.
like power play shots on goal sometimes.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I do like that. So I do bet once in a blue moon, and that's kind of bets I'd make too. I don't bet usually win loss.
Yeah, I'll throw some win losses in there. You know what else I like? I like for some I'm trying to think of the spread. Like when I see a low, I mean the last like year or two, like a low goal total in it like a game.
Okay.
Like every now and then they'll creep in with 5.5s, and I'm like,
Yeah.
geez, I know they're not offensive juggernauts, but I feel like in today's NHL, like that seems to be. I usually have some success when I hit those.
When it gets
But
under six.
those are more just like playing the numbers, right? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I'll do that in baseball here and there too, right? I'll see some total that I'm like, I know they're decent pitchers, but you get you give up a bomb or two, and next thing you know, you're right there. So all right, well,
Okay.
let's we
Let's
can we
hope.
can we can yeah we can hope hope Lindy can bring the discipline and the accountability that we've been asking for, and maybe my kids will see a playoff hockey game some
Maybe.
right.
Maybe. That's all you can
Remember,
hope for.
it's so much. Those games are so fun. This series,
Oh, it's unbelievable.
I know. I used
Unbelievable.
to
And
just
there's a generation that doesn't get there's no idea. No
can't
idea.
comprehend. I mean, I remember we
Like
would get.
every shot, you're like, oh,
I know
oh my God.
we'd all get together for the games and just
Yeah,
just ordering pizzas and like
yeah.
just going nuts, and it's amazing in hockey that you could go that long and not make it. It
Nope,
really
it makes no sense. It
it,
defies all probability.
it does.
That's why we're Buffalo. That's what we do.
Yeah. So all right, buddy. Sounds awesome. Let's get ready for puck drop and hope for the best. If
All we can do.
I think I'll have a little bit more flexibility to come in to maybe see a couple games. So maybe we can get together and
Yeah,
go
we should definitely get to a game.
catch a game, see if we can get some cheap tickets or scalp them or something.
Yeah,
Not
for
paying the
sure.
base price for these crazy
No
things.
way. No
All
way.
right, sure you go in and check our bids for our fantasy football league expired, so or went up. So
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
got to talk to you about offline about this. I think
what
I'm getting screwed.
what
Think I'm getting screwed.
why.
Is there a way to check? Because I thought I put in $8 for the one guy in group one, and I lost the bid to a guy who bet $6.
All right, let's once we sign off, we'll walk through it. I think there's a way
All
to
right,
check.
I'm
All
getting
right,
screwed here, people.
all right, let's go Sabres, baby. Well,
Go Sabres.
let's go. All right. We are on all the big podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Apple. Thanks for the listen, and we will talk to you soon.
See ya.
Yeah. Hit the mics, take a seat, it's about to ignite. Two dudes with the spread, keep your bets locked tight. Sports talk sharp like a razor blade edge. Numbers don't lie, no need for a hedge. Welcome to the greatest fucking show on earth. From the pitch to the court where legends birth. Plays and parlays, every wager's worth. Sit back, tune in, ride the wave of mirth. Game clock's ticking, we predicting